Hey gang, I thought about doing this video for a while. Ever since I saw Eric did a video and he was doing a response to Roxy's video where she said, show us some of your pictures from your heyday, I guess. And I hadn't gotten around to digging out the pictures, and then I saw Mr. Peanut 1970 wanted a picture of us from our like late teen years. So I figured I'd maybe kind of put the two ideas together in one video. So Trevor, congratulations on your subscribers. Mr. Peanut 1970, go to his channel. I think his contest maybe ends tomorrow, so if you haven't entered already, you don't have very much time to do it, so get over there. I think he's already up to, it's a 100 subscriber contest, he's already up to like 160 something, so good job, Trevor, congratulations, thanks for having your contest. I'm going to go ahead and show you some pictures. I'll show you what you asked for of the late teen years, but I'm going to kind of stretch it out and probably just give you a brief snapshot of about 10 years, maybe. So, like from maybe 17 up to 27. And I didn't have time to, like, Roxy and Eric, they showed a lot of their, like, memories of, like, with ticket stubs and that kind of stuff, different concerts and things they had gone to. And I have a lot of that stuff somewhere boxed up, but I really didn't want to dig all that stuff out just to try and get a couple ticket stubs for a video, so I'm not really sure where they are. But I was able to look through some old pictures, and I picked out a handful. So I'll go ahead and go through those with you guys and show them to you and see what you think. So, Trevor, thanks for your contest, buddy. And I guess let's get to the pictures. All right, we'll see you. All right, so here we go. I got the stack of pictures. And I tried the best I could to put these in some kind of chronological order. So let's take a look at what we got here. This one here, this is the first one. I guess that's probably I was about 17. That's one of my senior pictures. And you can see this dumb stereo thing that I was pretty impressed with that at the time. So yeah, that got a nice place in my senior pictures. What a dork. Alright. This was, I think, from a graduation party. Yeah, you can see the little hat on the cake. But, yep, that's yours truly right there. Quite the ham. And another picture from that same. Yeah. Then this is probably not too long after that. Might have been my first year in college in Michigan. That was a photo actually taken at my grandmother's house. Alright, then I was living in Michigan and I moved to Florida. This was actually in Disney World in Florida. That's a much smaller Boontar. I was probably 18 or so there. So, yeah, still pretty goofy though. A little bit of a ham. And here's about that same time. That was maybe a birthday cake or something. And that's my younger brother right there. Here is another picture. I think this was probably like in one of those sky ride things at Busch Gardens. And again with my brother. And if you saw the silly story video that I did with the two little braid things coming out of my head, yeah, that's that right there. wearing my Mustard Plug t-shirt. They were a ska band out of, I think, Lansing, somewhere in Michigan. So I think this was like that same day. Yeah, you can see I'm wearing the same shirt. Me and my brother being goofy in Busch Gardens. So yeah, I'm probably about 18 or 19 or so in these pictures here. Here again with my brother. Well, my brother, and that's a buddy of mine. He lives in Pennsylvania now. He does photography. I saw him after not seeing him for a number of years. Just saw him, I think, last year at a tattoo show down in Louisville. So that was kind of cool. But yep, you can still see in here the little braids coming out the side. Alright. Then my hair's starting to grow back in, and I get a motorcycle. This was actually taken, I was living in Florida. I took that motorcycle, drove it all the way up to Illinois for Cornerstone Music Festival, a huge music festival up in Illinois, and then went from there up to the Upper Peninsula of Michigan through Wisconsin to visit some old friends up there, and that's what this picture is. Me and an old friend of mine up in Marquette, Michigan. And yeah, this is a Silverwing, Honda Silverwing, and I just learned how to ride a motorcycle and took it from Florida up to Illinois, into Michigan, and then all the way back down to Florida. Did that by myself. So yeah, it was maybe not the smartest thing to do. Alright, here's me. Yeah, being a little, ooh, look at me, I'm artsy. What a weirdo. And again, trying to be a little too artsy for my own good. And here was a trip I took to, I think that was down in the Keys, my girlfriend at the time. And then I was working in like kind of an office environment and had to dress up a little bit. And you can see here that, yeah, I had to wear nice stuff, but I was still quite goofy. And you want to talk about goofy. Here, how's this one? You seen that face before? I'm sure you guys are loving that, huh? Alright, then, after that, I got out of that kind of office environment and started working in a shop and also delivering pizzas. So I got to get back to my crazy look a little bit. Yeah, starting to put on a few pounds there compared to some of the other pictures. But I am wearing that's my really cool Dark Horizons t-shirt, which was a radio program down in Tampa on the WMNF public radio. I play all like industrial music and dark wave music and that kind of stuff. But that program no longer exists on that radio, but they do continue with a podcast every week, every Thursday, and I like to listen to that. There's some crazy music, but that's me. And then that's the one brother you saw already is actually, that's on my mom's side. He's my half brother. This is my other half brother on my dad's side. He lives in Texas with his wife and son, and that's a buddy of his. The two of them came down to Florida, came and visit, And then this was, I went up to Michigan to visit, and that's me and my brother there. Starting to get a few more piercings, I think. Then this was, I think this might have all been on the same trip. This was a trip that I did going from Florida up around the East Coast, following my favorite band. Okay, look at this. Now I'm looking at this 2002, is that right? Yeah, so that's 11 years ago. So I was at this point about 26, 25, 26, something like that. Anyway, okay, so that's a old buddy of mine. Actually, interestingly enough, let me go back a few pictures. He is the younger brother. I met him. He's the younger brother of that girl. She was a girlfriend of mine back in, I was like 17, 18, and that was her younger brother. I met him, and he and I became friends even after the demise of that relationship, and he's an okay guy. I haven't been in touch with him in a while, but I can get back in touch with him. And that was on this trip that I did to follow my favorite band around, Cranes. That there is Allison Shaw, the lead singer for Cranes. I was very excited to be able to take that picture. And then this was later on in that tour. I started to get to know the band. I followed them around the East Coast and went to probably 8 or 10 different shows. I could sit down and figure out how many it actually was. But this was backstage at the show in Chicago. So there's me and then Allie. I think that's maybe Matt was one of their lighting guy or something. That's Jim, Allie's brother. The two of them are kind of the main central point of the band. And that's their mom came all the way over from the UK to see them play. And that young lady was actually the girlfriend of the guy I just showed you. Jason was his name. So then, let's see, this is, that was at a pool hall down in Florida I used to hang out at all the time. My crazy hair, wearing my Celtic torque, and smoking me a clove cigarette. And then this was a trip up to Michigan. I was visiting my dad. These might be out of order here. This might have been from that same tour that I did. But that's my old man. And then this here, I still have that, my Peterson spigot. In fact, hold on just a second. Okay, so that pipe right there is actually this pipe right here. This is probably the fanciest pipe that I own. Peterson spigot with the Cumberland stem. And this one, I actually got this at a smoke shop in Virginia. Yeah, it says down here, if you can see that in the bottom, I don't know, 403 of 1,000. There you go. So, this was actually an estate pipe. So, I got a little bit of a deal on this, but it's still, even as an estate pipe, that's still probably the most expensive pipe that I own. So that's what I was smoking in this picture. I tend to save that for when I want to dress up a little bit, go out for special occasions or whatever. So, alright, fast forward a few years. This is when I first started driving a truck, and that's been almost 10 years ago now. There we go. Alright. a couple more piercings. Piercings get a little bit bigger. This was a Halloween up in Michigan. Again, I just started driving a truck, and I had some time off, and I went to visit the one brother that came to visit me in Florida, and of course my dad. We're all dressed up for Halloween, being pretty goofy. And then this is the last one I have. So this is from '04. So I guess that's what, 9 years ago. Well, maybe only about 8 years ago, because it was December of '04. So yeah, I was just into driving a truck at that point, a couple of years, and this was just before I met Skipsy. So that was kind of the tail end of my single years before I found the love of my life and got married, settled down, had a family, and had some kids. So those are my pictures. There you go. That's some of my pictures. I know I've got some others that are like still on the computer and stuff that I just wasn't able to get in here. So maybe I'll show some other pictures at a later time. But I think that was probably good enough to give you kind of a broad stroke across about 10 years of my life. But yeah, that's about it for me. Trevor, thanks for having your contest, Mr. Peanut 1970. Congratulations on your subscribers. That clock thing you made, that's pretty neat with the pipe and the magnet thing. That's pretty fancy. I'm sure whoever wins will definitely enjoy that. So thanks for having your contest anyway. And I need to head to bed and get me a little sleep for. I gotta go to Greenville, South Carolina tonight. So got a bit of a drive ahead of me. So I need to get me to bed. All right, y'all. So till next time, y'all have a good one, and catch you later.